And Edith's story is classic of what happened in Auschwitz. She was an Hungarian Jew. In the spring of '44, she and her family, 7, get deported from their home. In the spring of '44, late in the war. Italy's almost liberated at this time, so think of that. And she said, when we were leaving our house, we had 2 calves. My neighbors wanted to know which cow gave more milk. Very important here. Which cow gave more milk? Because they were happy to take their possessions. Very interesting. Okay? They wound up in Auschwitz. The selection, Edith was about 16. Her mother and little sisters taken immediately to the gas chambers. She says she still has horror stories of her little sisters pulling at her hand. And she was, hit with a gun to let go. She never saw them again. The father and the brother were sent to the male camp. The father died from overwork. The brother survived. So a family of 7 too. When she sees what happens in Italy, she would say to her husband, Fred, you had a picnic in Italy compared to me in Auschwitz. Again, it was still wrong that they were in a camp. So do not walk out of here and say, I thought it was okay that they were in that camp. But the comparison, you saw yourself. You also heard what they said. We were human beings like they were. When you get a number, you're no longer a human being. You're no longer a human being. That's the difference. Humanity. Okay? Those are their words. I am now going to introduce you to a woman, Bettina. Okay? Who's here tonight? Who's a survivor? Okay? Bettina will tell you her story. But the interesting thing is, her father was in my grandmother's village and is on the list. No, but they need to know that. There you go.
Hi, I'm Bettina. And I am 76 years young. I was born in Germany, which is obviously, at the time I was born, was 1935, end of 35. It was not a lucky place to be born. There were already a million edicts against the Jews. I was born of an upper middle class Jewish family, and my father, Karl Schaufeld, was very, very German and very elegant, and he loved the culture, and he did not believe that the people of Goethe and Heinrich will allow this crazy person to prevail, and he stayed and he stayed, and he stayed in 1940. And then by Italian charity, the charitable heart of the Italian consul in Germany, we were able to leave to Italy. So what you call as foreign Jews, not Italian Jews, but foreign Jews. So I spent from the age of 4 until 8.5 in hiding in Italy. My father was interned in the camp in Campania, and the women lived in the city not far. And every Sunday or other Sunday, as the means as we had, we could rent a, what do you call it, a carriage, horse and carriage, a buggy, and we would go to Campania to visit my father. Totally non-traumatic event for us. We didn't understand why it doesn't come home, but it was so non-foreboding that we accepted the little story that was told to us, and I don't remember what it was. Then he was moved to northern Italy someplace, and we made the domanda, and we were granted permission to join him. And we came to Arezzo. Life is Beautiful, remember that film? It opens up in the piazza and it says Arezzo. We were that family. My mother was very beautiful, my brother was dressed just like the little boy. It was just at that time, that's how we looked. In Arezzo, we lived where we had to only go to the questura and sign in, my father back and forth as you described. And then my brother and I went to a school with the nuns. And when we were little kids, we were educated in Catholicism. We wore the uniform. We went to school with all the children. We kneeled, we prayed, we crossed ourselves, we did everything that needed to be done. And the nuns knew what is looming on us, on top of us. So they were very, very, very concerned and watching over us. We didn't quite understand. The nuns, that were those nuns, you know, with the long sleeve, the sleeves, the hands in the sleeves. Every day, one nun, anyhow, every time, would bring, steal an egg from the communal egg, whatever, and call my brother, who's older, and say, Giuseppe, vieni qui. And she would poke a hole on both sides of the egg and make him swallow it. And she said, we don't know if tomorrow you have another meal. And when the German approached, we had to leave. And it's not so much what happened. What happened is, like a care package, we were handed over by the clergy